Courage is a really special one because it's individual to each person. One of my favourite quotes is from Cinderella, and it's "have courage and be kind," and I think that it's kind of a mantra that we can live by, really. We're really privileged as teachers because at Archie we see small and big acts of courage every single day, and to me courage is something that you have to push through, you have to really fight for, because it's that moment where your heart's beating and you're feeling a little bit anxious and there's a barrier that you've got to overcome. Courage is really, really, really important right now, especially in the current climate, and I'm seeing small and big acts of courage in everything that the people around me are doing, and I'm very, very grateful for that. Keep smiling, keep being courageous, and we will get through this.
To me, courage is an inner strength that pushes you forward to complete something or to do something that you are nervous about or that frightens you. That can be a lot of different things to a lot of different people. It could be jumping out of a plane, or for some people it might be something as simple as getting up out of bed in the morning. When you're going through difficult times, particularly the uncertain times that we're going through at the moment, it can be really difficult to have courage. But know that you don't need to be in it on your own, and that if you do need support with anything, if even the littlest things are seeming difficult, please don't suffer on your own. Use your friends and your family, or contact someone in the academy for some support. Courage is an amazing thing, but it's also a difficult thing.
Courage for me isn't about not being anxious or worried about something. It's being anxious and worried and then still doing what you think is the right thing to do. And for some of us that might mean saying sorry when we've done something wrong, or it might mean saying no to somebody if you don't agree with the decision that they're taking. So courage is something that I think is very personal to us all as well, whereas community is us all, courage is very personal to each of an individual.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. This week it's been my son's birthday, and lots of friends and family have been asking for videos and WhatsApp calling, and at times he's been quite embarrassed about being on film. At one point he saw me watch an Archie video on the Facebook page and he asked me if I could do one. I did say no because I felt quite embarrassed. I don't like being on film myself, but really that's what courage is all about. Believing in yourself when you don't have the confidence, trying it anyway, not being afraid of failure or making a fool of yourself, trying anyway.
For me, with courage, it's important to remember that we can't always see it. Sometimes we can, sometimes it's really clear when someone's being brave, but actually a lot of the time we don't know what other people are going through in their lives, and for some people even just getting out of bed in the morning is a courageous act, and I think we need to remember that.
When I think about courage, I think about a quote that's been repeated a lot of times throughout history, in that courage isn't the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something is more important than fear, and that something is something we all work together for the greater good.
Morning everyone. Courage is when someone decides to do something difficult or dangerous, even though they may be afraid. I witness courage from students daily at Archie. Those who suffer from anxiety but still get up and come to school. Some battling eating disorders, going into the Agora to meet friends for lunch. Putting your hand up to answer a question when you may not be sure you were right. Standing up to bullies, or sometimes the bullies fighting the urge not to bully. These are all difficult situations to overcome. I believe Archie is filled with people of courage.
Okay, so courage. I think that courage can mean quite a few things actually. I think that courage can be the resilience that we find from somewhere within us to keep going through really difficult times. I think that courage can also be the strength that we find when we need to make a change. So here is a little saying for you about courage. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day that says, I will try again the next day. It doesn't have to be the next day though with courage. I think we can sometimes find that strength to just make that change the very next minute or the next hour, the next moment. So I think courage is that voice inside of our head sometimes that says, I can do this, absolutely. That's what courage is. Do you agree?